It's the Stitch Along Friday
It is.
here at Victoria Sampler, and so hopefully you are all ready to come and join us because it's going to be a fun morning. Both of us are feeling pretty good today. It's been,
Yep.
not always that easy in this last week,
No, it's not.
and but basically we're moving through all of the difficulties that we have, and both of us actually have some ups and downs, but
Yeah.
Lisa's was the most affected, as you all know, and we're not going to go into it now because we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
We want to talk about stitching.
Exactly. Stitching is good.
Hmm.
Stitching helps a lot.
Did you do some stitching?
I have done some stitching.
What did you start on?
I have started on Trick or Treat Sampler.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I did.
And
I over one cross stitch. I do like over one cross stitch, but the house is a little bit of a pain.
what do you
But
call
the
it?
effects is going to be fabulous once it's done.
The haunted house at the top is all 1/1. Oh my goodness. And I remember thinking, I'm never going to be able to make this out of great big crosses.
No, you wouldn't have been able to.
All those details and the way it's like positioned and everything.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
I'm kind of glad you're working on it, but it is the hardest part,
Yeah.
or rather the slowest part.
The slowest part, exactly. But I have switched back to be finishing Old MacDonald's Farm because I'm at the bottom seam and then I have 2 rows after that. So I thought I would try to finish that before I continue on with Trick or Treat.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So you're doing finishing and stitching.
Well, exactly, yes.
Finishing and stitching.
I'm finishing finishing the stitching of one and starting new.
Oh,
So-
I thought you meant finishing, like finishing.
No.
Oh.
I'm finishing the stitching of it.
Ending the stitching.
Yeah. And then I actually have Old MacDonald's Farm, Pumpkin Patch, and Strawberry Field to take into the framers.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's going to be fun.
Yes.
And also seeing D is always fun too.
Yes.
And you're going to go to
Absolutely.
see D,
I'm
right?
going to go see D.
That'll
Yeah.
be lovely.
Yeah.
Good morning, Patricia Rideout. Marcy Buckingham. Love over one, says Patricia. Yeah, it is kind of.
I do too.
It's kind of, we were just talking about how it takes longer in comparison to the bigger crosses.
Exactly.
But it's a really nice, uncomplicated way of stitching, particularly if you're doing crosses with one strand.
Yeah.
Which I
Absolutely.
love.
Yes.
And there's another way to do that one, which is with 2 strands, and all you do is a 10th stitch.
It doesn't give it the same effect.
No, it does not. It's not as precise.
It's not as precise. I like the one thread and over one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and over one crosses, not just half
exactly.
crosses.
Over one crosses.
Yeah, it makes a great deal of difference. Hello, Norma Farrow. You're one of our favorite ladies.
Yeah.
I'm so glad it's lovely there today. And it is here too.
It is here too. And it's going to be a very nice, warm weekend for us.
From what I understand, we're going through almost a drought here on the West Coast. It's getting to the point where the fish are not coming up the rivers. And
exactly.
We've got a few little hot spots on the island as far as fires go. So we're kind of, one part of me anyway loves this weather.
Absolutely.
But it's not usual.
Yeah, it's not usual. And I'm worried that there's going to be like a real, sudden switch, right?
Yes, and then we get deluged.
Exactly.
With what? What do they call it? A river?
Oh, atmospheric river, like we had last November, which flooded out the Fraser Valley over the mainland. And
well, let's not worry too much because you might just be attracting it by thinking about
This is true. This is true. Let's ease into it.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing about weather is comfortable these days, but right now we're having a lovely day too.
Yes.
So thank you for telling us that your day is lovely in Rochester. Good morning. Let's see. Marley?
Yeah,
Marley is
Hola,
here.
Marley. Warm, sunny and warm Brazil.
I can imagine. I have a funny feeling that Brazil is always sunny and warm.
Yeah.
Is that correct, Marley?
Yeah.
I think so. And Marcia says, good morning from Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And we missed her. And then I think that's it.
Yeah.
Norma and Dorothy. Lovely ladies. Stitching is great therapy, Lisa.
Yes, it is. And 20 degrees below normal. Woo!
That it? What?
Yeah. Cold and windy in Iowa, and 20 degrees
below normal. Not 20 degrees below.
Yeah.
But below normal. Okay, so normal might be what? 75 or 80 right now?
Could be. Yeah.
So it would be like 40 degrees maybe?
40
Fahrenheit?
Yeah. Getting cool.
She's finally attacking the finishing part of the bling tree, going very slowly.
Oh.
That's a smart way to do
Yeah.
it. I think if you do anything very slowly, you just gently do it, and everything gets more careful.
Exactly, and I call slow wins the race.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I go fast with everything, and I honestly don't win the race.
Yeah.
I think when I go fast, I often miss out things, and my the care that you need to take, especially with something like finishing a piece, is really important. So slow is good.
Absolutely.
One thing at a time.
Yeah, definitely.
Hello, Kathy Bird and Marg Baker from Australia. Have we seen Marg before? Or Marge? I'm sorry, I don't know which.
We might have. I'm sorry, but probably not too often. It must be very early in the morning.
I would think so. We do have some people from Australia. It depends on where you are. Are you in
Western or
Eastern? Yeah, exactly. Whether you're in New South Wales or you're in the state of Victoria, we just don't know where you are, Marge. We need to know.
We need to know. Curious minds.
And we also, I would like to know whether it's Marg or Marge.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can answer all those things, don't worry, you don't have to. Kathy Bird, it's lovely to see you. Really good. And Brenda Liffmeyer, good morning. Love that little emoji. I have to go find it. It's probably an apple emoji.
Oh, okay.
What's that? Yeah, you see that little needle?
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Really cute.
It's really cute.
Looks a little bit like a heart even.
Yeah.
Good morning, Tricia. Good to see you. And Kathleen Yontz is here from sunny Maryland. And Marley says, yes, correct. We have sunny and warm days, 364. One day that you have a cold day. That's funny. Jennifer Chung is here from chilly Southern Ontario. So it sounds about the same weather system as Iowa.
Absolutely.
And Vicki Fisher, goodness, it's all wonderful. Yep. There's so many of you here. It is a beautiful, cool day in El Paso.
And what do you mean by cool day?
Yeah.
Because I've been to El Paso, and it's pretty warm there.
Yes, I guess cool is like 80 or something.
Yeah, it could be, absolutely.
I'm just saying it in Fahrenheit because that's what you do in the United States. Carol says from sunny Florida, back from vacation. Oh. Don't most people go to Florida for vacation?
I think Carol lives in Florida.
Carol, it's nice that you're back, and good for you for having some chemo today.
Yeah.
Onward and upward. Hopefully that's going well today, and that you are enjoying our little chit chat, because that always takes your mind off stuff. Hello, Louise Fossa and Lynn Molitor. Good afternoon, everyone. So, of course, not everyone is in the morning. Some people are in the afternoon.
They are, yeah.
Some are in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Dedication.
That's for sure. What have you been up to this last week? Because I know some of you would be very interested in what she's been doing. When she came back to work on Tuesday.
She came back to work on Tuesday. I finished packaging all the leaflet sales that we had. And then I've started packaging the grab bag sales.
Yeah, are they out yet?
One
batch is out?
Batch is out.
Oh, good.
And another batch is set to go out today.
So that sounds like anyone who was early on getting those grab bags will be getting theirs in the mail fairly soon.
Exactly. And if you got a notification that it's being sent, then yes, it's on its way.
Right. People get notification. I forgot. Yeah. That's so true. And honestly, getting those grab bags together, it really is a lot of work for us.
It's a lot of work.
It's phenomenal.
We still have some, of course, quite a few grab bags still to prepare.
Mm-hmm.
So gradually next week.
One day at a time.
One day at a time.
I think we can process about 30 a day.
I think I can do about 30 a day,
and so we still have hundreds. So
we still have hundreds.
Hang on, because it'll come. We're just two people.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, Carol. I'm so glad. Yeah. I understand completely, because when I came home from the hospital with my foot 2 months ago, I was so out of it. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't talk to people. I couldn't remember anything. So I understand a little bit about what you might be going through on a regular basis. So my heart's out to you, because it's not a nice time, but hopefully everything is going well. Dorothy says 20 degree below normal in Iowa is in the middle 30s, so around 40. Yeah, 20 degrees. Oh, so it would have been otherwise about 60. Okay. We don't know.
Yeah.
This time of the year, it could be quite cool.
Yeah.
I remember going to New Hampshire with Sue Donnelly and having a tour around, and we actually went up into, I don't know if it's Virginia or not, but we went north, and it
Okay.
was higher elevation there. And it
Vermont.
was freezing.
Yeah,
Vermont.
Vermont.
Right.
Mhm.
It was totally freezing, and I wasn't prepared for that at all. Honestly, normally speaking, here we don't get freezing temperatures in October.
No, we don't. No.
But I remember going that far north, and I was in the car a lot, not outside.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little too cold to be walking around.
I had to buy gloves and a toque and a sweater. I mean, anyway, I remember it getting quite cold. Someone says good afternoon. Oh, that's Deborah. Deborah Mulvey. Nice to see you. Let's see who else is here.
Margaret.
Margaret.
Yeah, so Mark.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Mark. I'm in Victoria, not far from Southern Ocean. I'm new to the group, just starting to stitch along.
Very nice.
I kind of thought that you were new, so I'm glad that we're not
absolutely
that dumb.
Yeah.
We try to remember people.
We do try to remember, yeah. And that's what I thought. Yeah, she might have been here once before, but not a familiar name. So
Victoria is a wonderful state in Australia, and of course we are near Victoria City here in BC, so we have something in common.
There's something in common, yeah.
Dorothy said, "Oh yes, so we've got that."
Yeah.
And she's also looking for her grab bag notification. Woohoo!
Yeah, she got it, so it's on its way, Dorothy. I think that yours went out yesterday, if I remember correctly.
So actually out in the post.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's
out
good.
In the post.
Good news. And we're having fun making those grab bags. They're not all totally different. We have no way of making things that different.
Yeah.
So that everybody gets completely different things.
Absolutely.
But we have tried to shake it up.
Yeah.
So that you're not all getting the same ones. And I think you check once in a while to make sure. But
I do check, and what I also do, because we put them in boxes. If there's multiples, I grab them from different boxes.
There you go.
Kind of trying to change it up a little bit. But there are going to be some similarities in all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So sorry, but we had to somehow figure out how to standardize these grab bags because there is so much stock, and we have to literally get those things off the shelf. In order to make it simpler for us, we had to kind of make it, okay, so we're going to do
a uniform.
How to do this and how to do that. We even had one of our kit makers make the actual bags for the threads themselves.
Yeah.
And anyway, so it's been quite the, I thought it was going to be easy, but it was not easy to make them. Anyway, it's good that we are on the road
and it's fun to look at all the stuff and remember, oh geez, we used this in this design. So that's kind of been a
bittersweet.
Yeah, nostalgia.
Yeah. A lot of nostalgia going on.
Yeah, that's
for sure for both of us. Mm-hmm. The fact that we're not having any more physical products has been quite a loss.
Absolutely.
I have to say, because for 25, 26 years, that's all we had was physical products.
Yeah.
And for a lot of it, I don't think we even had digital products until maybe 3 years ago. Maybe 4 years ago.
No, not even that. I think it's been in the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. So both of us are kind of missing it already.
Yeah.
The fact that we don't miss the shipping aspect, the actual work.
Yeah.
We don't miss that at all. But just gathering the materials and making the kits and sending them out with love, because each one of the packs that we used to make were done beautifully by our kit makers.
Yes.
We felt so proud of them, and also our actual leaflets.
Yes.
The printed leaflets were all so wonderful. We still feel kind of sad about the fact that probably will not be part of our lexicon anymore.
Yeah.
But we are also looking forward to lots and lots and lots of digital things that we can do for you
in the future. Absolutely. It's kind of odd seeing the stock room slowly emptying.
Yeah. Oh, it just makes me kind of shiver because
it does, because it was so full.
And we always felt we had enough stuff to give to people. And we always felt that there was enough stuff so that when people wanted to stitch something, they could.
Yeah.
That was our mantra.
Yeah.
We had to, we have to get this because otherwise they won't be able to buy it. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So for us, this change in our direction into digital products, it's going to be good in the end, but for now it's a little bittersweet.
Bittersweet, absolutely.
Here we go. There's Tammy Thompson.
Oh.
Yay!
Out shopping?
Let's see what's happening. Pat Hankey is here. Okay, so we haven't said hello to any of these people yet.
Hi, Pat.
And it looks like Tammy Thompson is out shopping.
Yeah. Girls, no school today. Oh, very nice. I always like having no school on Fridays.
Yeah, my favorite too.
Yeah.
I wasn't fond of school at the end. I was pretty happy about school in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle. Yeah.
You know, right up until about grade 10. 10,
Yeah.
11, 12 felt to me like, okay, I've seen this, I've done this already in the previous grades.
Exactly, yes. I think grade 11 was probably my worst year for skipping out.
Oh, mine was 12.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think 12, I really tried to go.
To go.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
We're not any kind of examples for your daughters.
Yeah.
Don't listen to us.
Yeah, don't listen to us.
I just remember there were 250 school days, or 250 something school days in grade 12, and I managed 100 of them.
Oh, and you still graduated.
Yeah, but most of the material was easy to learn.
Absolutely,
we had it in previous years, and we just extravagated. What do you call it? Made it make more details. So, but it was interesting and fun. So I would learn at home and then don't go to school.
And just show up for the exams.
Yeah. I was bad.
Yeah.
Were you bad?
Well,
I can imagine Lisa being bad.
Probably, if I skipped out so many times. So
Yeah.
I remember in grade 11 going to English and doing either crocheting or doing something. And the teacher would go, and he was a exchange teacher, and he was from Australia, and he'd go, Lisa, you pay attention here. Oh, sorry.
I'm busy making something.
I'm busy making something, yeah.
Well, at least you had the right thing to do. I went off and just read in Beacon Hill Park, because my school was very close to this large city park.
Yeah.
I could just walk there, and I could get lost in the
back when the park was nice.
in the hills and in the daffodils in the spring. It was lovely. So Tammy is not doing that, and then Vicky is 67 degrees right
very
now.
Nice. Well, that's nice, Vicky. That's in El Paso, Texas. So that is cool for you.
Yeah, that would be my favorite.
But that's
temperature.
a nice temperature.
I wouldn't want it any warmer. Amber made it. Hello, I'm so glad you're here. Hello from Kansas, she says. That's really nice. Hello from Sydney, BC.
Yeah.
Jean Morrison, good morning from a beautiful day in Atlanta.
Also 67.
It's interesting. One is cold and the other one is beautiful.
Yeah. 67 for us is almost a nice summer temperature.
Yes, almost. Although usually it's more like in the 70s, right?
Or low 70s, yeah.
Yeah. Dorothy, do we have leftover leaflets? We actually do have some, and that's why they're going in your grab bags.
Yeah.
So that's what you're getting is leftover, so-called leftover leaflets.
Yeah.
And we actually don't even have any more, we can't print any more leaflets at this time. We would have to buy a whole slew more of paper, and we're not going to do that. So Lisa, you did a wonderful job.
I calculated that pretty good.
Calculated, yeah, exactly. Joanna Fuzon made it. Yeah. That's good.
Hello.
I haven't got back to sewing yet. Health problems.
Too bad, Pat.
Yeah. Well, we'll send you healing hugs. Hopefully it's not too serious and that you can recover. Pat says, I didn't skip school. Older brothers skip all the time. Yeah. I think maybe, some people just want to do everything right, and they do the things in school, and I always admired them. But I talked to one of those girls. It was because I went to a girls' school.
Right, yes.
And one of the girls, who's now a woman, at our reunion, I said, I was skipping out in grade 12 particularly, also grade 11. And she said, well, I never did. And she says, I wonder if it made any difference at all.
Probably not.
No, she became a nurse. And she says, I think sometimes I missed out by not being rebellious enough.
Yeah.
Monica Patel, good evening, Thea and Lisa from Wet England. Thought I'd pop in and see what we're up to.
Hi, Monica.
Hi, Monica. And we're up to no good.
Yeah. Oh, we're up to lots of good.
Yeah, well, here now, yes, but, generally.
Even back then, up to lots of good. I hung out with my friends. We laughed,
We didn't do any of the, what do you call them, addictive things.
Yeah.
We were very good that way. I certainly was too. Karen Lark says, good morning, still in bed, of course, because she's in
Australia.
Yes.
New Zealand.
New Zealand too, yeah. Still in bed, but a more decent hour as clocks have gone forward now.
Oh.
And actually, ours are going to go back.
Yes, they are.
And November, I think it's November the 10th or 8th or something like that.
It's the
Fairly
first
soon.
Saturday of the month, isn't it? So I
Yeah.
can't remember what weekend that is, but
So that means that we will be back and
Yeah.
you will be forward.
exactly.
But 5:45 a.m. still pretty early for you,
Yeah.
Karen. So glad to see you too, Margaret Andrew. Kathleen says, I never thought about skipping school since I was pretty much a rule follower.
Oh,
You're a good girl.
good. Yeah.
I was constantly rebelling, pushing the envelope at every turn. But I had to be really nice and careful because I didn't want to be disliked.
Oh.
So it's kind of a balance, to being rebellious, but not really bugging people too much. I don't know whether I balance that or not. We'll see what happens when I go to my next reunion.
I would say my sister was probably more rebellious than me.
Was
but
she rebellious?
Yes, she was.
She was
Yeah.
the second
She was
in your family,
yeah.
the younger one.
The younger one. I'm older and she was a little younger, but she definitely was a little rebellious.
Yeah, I think maybe the second or the
Yeah.
younger one is going to feel a little bit like maybe because they're the youngest, they get away with stuff. I'm not sure. Because
True.
Fred was also, like you said, Kathleen, a rule follower.
Yeah.
And in a way, so
Yeah.
were you.
Yeah.
More so than
More so than
your sister.
Than my sister, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
She had an independent streak. All the way to the end, actually. But,
Yeah, she certainly was something else as far as doing things her way.
that's right. Absolutely.
And Milady is
Yeah.
here. I'm here in Victoria visiting for 2 weeks. You're kidding. So are you here on a holiday, Milady? That's very exciting. And let me see now. I wonder where you're staying. You're probably staying downtown Victoria somewhere, and hopefully you'll
Yeah.
go and see the Butcher Gardens.
Absolutely. It'd be beautiful to see Busha Gardens this time of year.
You really lucked
Yeah.
out with the weather. I'm
Absolutely.
so happy for you.
It's going to be a beautiful weekend.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Tedra Radin from Phoenix.
Yeah.
Hello. And looks like Tammy said that she didn't skip school, but some of your classmates did. So don't tell your
Yeah.
kids, okay?
Don't let them listen to this. We don't condone skipping out of school. But if you have to on a nice sunny day, then
And
enjoy it.
you want to stitch. Like apparently Dorothy would skip
Yeah.
school just to stitch.
Oh.
I was too sick to stitch. Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. So if you were too sick to go to school, you're too sick to
To
stitch.
stitch, yeah,
Luckily, I was
very true.
not letting anyone else know.
Yeah.
Waves from Israel. Hello, Rachel. It's good to see you. Pat says, I didn't like yelling from parents when they found out that I skipped. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, as I say, I never let anyone know, so
Yeah.
no one found out. Rachel says, I'm working on yet another ring cushion.
Oh,
Ooh, nice,
wow.
because I remember the last one you
absolutely, it
did.
was beautiful.
Very nice with the different colors.
Mhm.
What colors are you choosing now? We need to know.
Yep, that's right. Let us know what colors you're stitching it in. Mhm.
So we do have a few models,
Mhm.
but we have gone through every single one of our models almost, right?
I think we've gone through every single one.
Since we started. When was that? When we started the actual list?
Oh,
I think it was earlier this year anyway.
was it earlier? Yeah, I think it was probably earlier this year. Yeah.
But we do have some things
Yeah.
here, and I think we decided that we were going to show
Exactly.
the cottages
Cottages?
because we have the beach cottage, and that's more like summer, and then
Absolutely.
we have
Cherry blossom, which
Cherry
is
blossom.
spring.
and then we have this one for the fall. And remember, all of these designs are still on our website. They're just PDFs, so you'd have to print them off yourself. This one is such fun and matches the size exactly
Mm-hmm.
of the other cottages, so that you can actually use the same frame, which
Yeah.
we didn't do. But anyway, sorry. This one has a few specialty stitches in it, but not very much, so that you can accomplish this. And hopefully you can find some buttons to put in the corners. We found some pumpkin buttons in Michael's. I think we found them there.
Absolutely. Or make your pumpkins out of bullion knots.
Oh, that could be really fun.
That could be really fun.
Where did I do that?
Scary stitches.
Scary Stitches design has a pumpkin made out of bullion knots, and because those bullion knots are all kind of rounded, kind of looks better than like a
Absolutely.
than
And
a button.
it would look great on there. And this one is called the Winter Cottage.
So the wintry days bring snow and fun. So all of the phrasing all goes together. So if you put all four of them in a grouping, the surrounding. Sorry, I'm going to go like this.
Yeah.
The surrounding here actually matches up.
Yeah.
Somehow, let's see how that would work. I think it goes like this.
Yes.
Hang on, let's see. Yes, that would work.
Okay.
I think that's how it would. Anyway,
Yeah.
it does
Yeah.
work out so that this whole thing around here will be one long phrase.
Okay.
And it's like a poem
Yeah.
altogether.
So you have spring, summer, and then
Fall,
fall,
winter.
winter, and it kind of makes a border with
Yes.
the lettering.
See how
Yeah.
well she said it? I just couldn't say it that well. But anyway, it works. So buy all four because they really, really do go together as a seasonal kind of co-op foursome. We'll put it that way.
Exactly. And with the snowflake buttons, you could probably do like a Rhodes stitch or something like that, or back stitch. I think Christmas Village has some nice snowflakes.
Yeah, and
That would
actually
fit
you
in
can make some fantasy ones and
Absolutely.
use a thicker thread, like
Yeah.
maybe a number 12 pearl cotton would look really
Yeah.
nice, or
Number 8, or even some metallic
Yeah.
thread.
3 strands.
Yeah.
You know, there's all sorts of ways to make snowflakes. Just stitching long stitches
Mm-hmm.
and make them fantasy ones.
Absolutely.
Oh, let's see. And then a ring cushion. And Milady says, yes, I saw Victoria Butterfly Gardens and the Butcher Gardens yesterday. You really lucked out with the weather. I'm so happy for you. There are, I hopefully that you will see Craig Derrick Castle as well. Just going to give you another suggestion.
Yeah, another suggestion. And actually, that would be beautiful to go up there this time of year. Great view, beautiful colors. Well,
We don't have Vermont colors.
No. And this year I noticed the leaves aren't quite as orange as they've been in past years
No.
because of the
Too much warmth.
dryness.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, that's another suggestion. Craig Derrick Castle.
Mm-hmm.
It's up on a bit of a hill overlooking the city, so it's not very far away, but it's not right in the city.
It's
either.
not right in the city, yeah.
And Rachel says, this one is gulp, red and white. Oh, that should be really fun to see. It's
Yeah.
almost like Valentine. Loretta says, hello, everyone. Hello, Loretta.
Yeah.
Good to see you. And Dorothy is wanting her angel card. Yes, ma'am. We got some left. You ready?
Yeah. Let's see what I can pull out today. I'm going to go all the way deep down to the bottom here.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
This is for Dorothy and everyone else.
it says, your successes can be truly amazing now.
Now.
Yeah.
Not just any, oh yeah, now.
Now.
It says now. Your successes can be truly amazing now. That's what it says.
Mhm.
So make sure that this actually comes true by doing something.
Yeah.
Making something so that it's a success.
That's right. Today.
Now, that's right.
Yeah.
My success would be being able to make a nice thing for lunch.
Yes.
That would be successful
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I've been having a hard time getting down to actually cooking anything. You know, I just keep sort of grabbing like an apple or
Okay,
a cracker
yeah.
or something like that because I just don't want to stand too long on that stupid foot of mine.
Exactly. And it's been kind of too warm to do your usual soup.
True. Now there's a good idea
Yeah.
though because I can kind of do the soup and add to it
Absolutely.
little by little.
Little by little.
Mm,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to
But-
do that
yeah.
successfully.
Yeah. This weekend might not be a soup weekend.
It's okay. I like soup anytime.
You like soup even in the heat?
Absolutely.
Oh,
I'll have
okay.
soup. If I have to, I'll make it cold and eat it that way. Marty says something. Afternoon all. 52 and blue here in Lake Placid, New York. I
Yeah.
seem to have had an issue connecting today. But there you are. Stitching on Thursday.
Yeah.
Part 3. Glad to see you back, Lisa.
Thank you, Marty.
Yeah, it was sad when Lisa couldn't be here last week. But and by the way, I didn't put anything up on the YouTube channel last week. I felt that it was enough that I talked quite a bit about what Lisa was going through, and I didn't want to make it so that anyone could just see
Yeah.
what was going on. And so I know there's a lot of people here in the group, but we are all very much sisters in stitching, and I didn't think that was going to be too much.
Yes.
So anyway, Patricia says, I'm wondering on the cottage snow, did you carry your white cross-stitch threads in the back? No. What I did, and this actually really works really well, depending on the linen you're using. If it's like a darker linen, you probably could get away with carrying the threads for the snowfall. But what I usually do is I take one strand, make sure that anytime I carry that one strand over to the next cross, I do it diagonally, not across or up, so that you can't see it behind the holes in the linen. So always do it diagonally. And then I make a cross by stitching twice this way and twice that way.
Yeah.
And that way you're only carrying one strand across. It makes a huge difference to the, when you're framing it, you don't see it nearly as well. Just FYI, it's a good way to do it. Another way I've heard people do this, I don't think I'd do this, is doing each cross separately, like when you do quilting, you have a certain way you can start, stitch over what you've started, and then stitch another, and then actually end it off behind every stitch. Don't do that. It just takes too long.
Yeah.
All right? Do you do that?
I just use 2 strands and don't worry about it, but
There you go. There's another idea. But I do find the one strand really makes a difference, and never carry your thread horizontally or vertically.
Yeah, I do the diagonal.
Always do the diagonal.
Always do a diagonal.
Makes a huge difference. That would apply to my blings tree finishing. Exactly. Yeah, good for you. So we have those 2 we've shown you. Perfect idea. I was struggling with them. Oh, good. That's helpful. Okay, so what else are we going to show?
We've got a few other models down beside you.
Okay, so I thought this one might be more appropriate.
I think so.
Okay,
yeah, and I really enjoyed stitching this one. Pumpkin Patch Farm.
You're welcome, Brenda. Yes, this is the Pumpkin Patch Farm. I've shown this and shown this and shown this, and it's never been too much because it's always so cute to see all so many pumpkins in one sampler.
And it was so fun to stitch. I love the little tractor and hayride and the bottom scene with the red barn.
That red barn is classic.
And all the pumpkins, I love it.
And all the colored leaves, which are done one over one.
Yeah.
This one was actually really fun to do, and it's very autumny. And it doesn't have anything to do with Halloween. So you can use this as an autumn piece.
Absolutely.
Or Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Or Halloween. I mean, they all go because they're pumpkins. Goes with all of those. So that's good. And then we're going to show the trick or treat again, right?
Yes, we are.
And I thought, well, we should show the trick or treat first. And then Lisa had a brilliant idea of showing all the samplers that are the exact same size as the trick or treat sampler. You've seen a trick or treat just recently, so I'm not going to belabor this one.
And there's that over one little house.
That little haunted house that is so cute, but boy, does it ever take time. It's really fun to do, but it does take time. I like the Bargello kind of
grass or hill.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. And then you've got your little skeleton dancing and a little witch and a bat. And, of course, the trick-or-treaters. Trick-or-treat. Lots of specialty stitches and hem stitching. And this fabulous hardanger bottom. This is going to be so fun. The fact is they're all wearing their costumes. They're fairly common costumes. You can change them around if you like, because maybe your grandchildren don't have these costumes. Maybe they have, I don't know, what do you call it? Marvel comic costumes. I have no idea.
Yeah, Superman costume.
That's right. But this size, which is about the size it is, quite long.
It's quite long.
We framed this one with quite the black mat, so it looks a bit bigger than the others. But this one is the same size as some of the other holiday ones that we have. So what would be next is this one. Yeah, that's good. So the first one that we probably show you is this one, which in this case it says happy birthday. Did we have both words in there?
I think in the leaflet it said happy birthday and celebrate.
So these words are actually interchangeable, so you can use the word celebrate or happy birthday in the same kind of lettering. So this is the way the happy birthday one looks, and when it is a celebration, like someone has graduated or they've gotten the job, or they're happy about something and you want to celebrate something with them, this is a fabulous sampler to just make people happy. I have to say the colors in this one made me very happy.
Definitely.
Colors are fun and not quite pastel. They're brighter than pastel, but they're not heavy colors. They're more like in the orange, turquoise. What else? golds,
Mauve.
pinks. Yeah, so really, really fun. Lots and lots of colors in this one. So that's the same size. I'm going to put them over here.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, good. I'm good.
And then after we go to Halloween, we also have, what's this one called again?
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day sampler, same size. And Christmas Day is also a celebration. We did, lots of Christmas designs here at Victoria Sampler. I think we did more Christmas designs than almost any other kind of celebration kind.
Yeah.
But this one is Christmas Day, which is fairly rarely mentioned as a celebration all by itself. And of course, you have to have your turkey on Christmas Day, and you have to go, either to church. You can make this little building here or that one into a little steepled church if you want, or just go for a walk, which many of us do on Christmas Day. And lots of color again, and of course, a fabulous red and green Hardanger bottom. Thank you. I've got them all over here, so that's why I'm showing them all. Okay, it's not because I don't want you to show them. You want to see this?
No, you can show it.
Okay, I'm allowed.
You do it better.
I do it the way I do it, and you do
Absolutely.
it the way you do it. Look at the top of this New Year one. Now, this one is very unusual. I don't think I've ever seen a New Year sampler, frankly.
No.
The fact that the top, it shows all the fireworks.
Yeah.
And really gives it that special feeling. And of course, it's done over water in kind of cold weather so that you can kind of imagine that it's not going to burn anything up. In New Year's Eve, there's people singing and playing. Look at with the little bandstands. So there's a band, and the two girls are singing Auld Lang Syne. And then, of course, there's the Old Year and the New Year. And the rest of the people are partying under the balloons that are all going to be released on them. The whole New Year
sphere.
Thing. And this is a New Year in the city. So this is actually New Year in the country, and this is New Year's in the city. Looks a little bit like New York, with the ball falling down, that kind of idea. And at the bottom, it's all white, the Hardanger. This was so fun to do. I couldn't get more stuff in there to do with New Year. And then after New Year,
it's Easter.
It's spring. So we have this spring, and of course, because it's kind of like Easter, there's a church at the top. But again, you can make that into a house. If you're not fond of churches, but by all means, just take off the steeple and make it into a house. Okay, and then there are some hummingbirds and a cat, and then everybody gets to sit outside with the bees. The daffodils are coming. Easter eggs are being hidden. And guess who is doing that? The little bunny over one. Very detailed, very cute. And some birds. And Happy Easter in the same kind of lettering. And look at what they're doing. They're all gathering up the Easter eggs. And some baskets with Easter eggs as well. A little bit of color in the Hardanger. So these are all the same size. And they all celebrate a thing, a holiday kind of.
A holiday.
Mm-hmm. And so we've already seen that one. I think that's all we have, right?
That's all we have.
I keep thinking there must be another. Oh, I know. I was going to make a Valentine one, and I never did.
No.
Oh, well, good intentions.
Yeah.
Always something new that we can put into things.
Absolutely.
That's great. And Brenda had a nice, handy little tip about using one strand for the little, what they call confetti stitching.
Yes.
It is a method. If you look it up, you might look up confetti stitching, and there may be other good hints.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Mary loved stitching Trick or Treat. That's great. Hello, Diane Zamudio. Good to see you. Sue, you're back. That's great. Yeah. And it's nice that you're here. I love them all. You actually have done a few of them, haven't you, Sue?
Mm-hmm.
And Dorothy says, I always love the Hardanger bottom. So classy. Thank you. Yeah. Gorgeous. My favorite is the Christmas one, says Rachel. Thank you. So you can do one of those, but probably in where you are, the Christmas one would be, I don't know if that's actually, it is kind of very Christmassy, isn't it?
It's pretty.
You don't usually have a Christmas tree, but it's not overwhelmingly Christmas. So it's kind of like more like what people do in general rather than in a particular denomination.
Yeah.
Oh, that was very exciting to show all of those. So we have...
I agree, Kathleen, yes. They would all make lovely bell pulls. And that's what I'm in the process of doing the Easter egg hunt right now, and I'm making it into a wall hanging by sewing fabric around it. So
it makes it a little bigger, like a frame.
A little bit bigger, like a frame. And I also plan to do the same thing with Trick or Treat, and my Celebrate sampler is already made into that. So that's why I thought I would
Do them all
that way.
So you still have Christmas Day to do.
Christmas Day and New Year's.
And New Year's.
Yeah.
Okay, well that should be fun in the future.
It should.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so Rachel says, I don't celebrate it, but the feel of it is stunning. Oh, thank you. Yeah, of course. I get that. I just was curious whether I was wrong or not. Those are good suggestions, Kathleen. Very nice to hear. What else were we going to talk about? Let's see. I think that's all the models we have for now. And next time we're going to start going through the models in a completely different way, but more like oriented to where we are, because we'll probably end up looking for more Christmassy oriented things and or Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that we've gotten through almost everything once this year. Remember we said that we were planning on doing that?
Showing all the models at least once.
Yeah, at least once. And so if you want to, you can go back to some of the YouTube videos that I've actually published on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And by the way, our YouTube channel is now called Victoria Sampler Channel. Apparently they've given us what they call a handle.
Oh.
And it was really odd because it said, when I tried to take off the word channel, I just put in Victoria Sampler, it said that's already taken. And I'm thinking, I'm the only one that should have Victoria Sampler on YouTube. So I'm going to have to look this up, see who's using my Victoria Sampler name.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Maybe somebody just decided that they were going to say Victoria Sampler because they were going to stitch it. Who knows? Stitch our models, it's possible. Anyway, I'll find out. So I think that's all. The YouTube channel is full of previous showings and our streams.
Stitch Along Friday streams, as well as many finishing videos and stitch videos. And there's lots of videos on our YouTube channel.
There really are. We don't actually increase them lately. We haven't had the time.
No.
But believe me, the one thing that I really want to increase is our education.
Absolutely,
of
videos.
Stitching. Yes.
Yeah.
So that will be also a digital kind of thing that we will be presenting to you, not just digital designs. And along with those classes, there will be some new designs.
Yeah.
So we're not quitting. I'm certainly not quitting.
No, I'm not quitting.
We just are changing everything, and we do need to have a little bit of a break.
Exactly.
As we readjust ourselves.
What's going to be happening is I will no longer be working for Victoria Sampler. I will become a freelance artist.
There you go.
Yeah.
And actually, maybe if I can convince her, she'll work part-time a few hours here and there so that, you know, we can still collaborate together.
Yes.
That might be really fun. And of course, paying you one way or the other, but she can also do other things that she wants to do, which will be really fun. So by the end of this year, we'll probably dissolve our current existence as the Victoria Sampler, and I'll carry on with Lisa's help, hopefully, and into the new year, we'll create some more different kinds of things for you to enjoy. It'll be a little slower, it'll be a little more relaxed, but we don't want to let go at all of our relationship with you guys.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Or each other.
Or each other.
No, we don't want that.
Yeah.
But we may not be in the same town, so it's going to be interesting to be working together.
Figure all that out.
It should be very interesting in the future.
Both at least be still on the island.
Yes, I will be on the island for at least half the year, if not more. But I think that I'm going to Mazatlan for a month in mid-November, around the 23rd of November.
Yeah.
So between November 23rd and December 28th, which is about 5 weeks, I'll be basically streaming from Mazatlan, Mexico. So, you know, I don't know how to do this with two people, but if I can,
if we can,
we'll figure it out. We'll do it together. On a split screen or something.
Split screen, exactly. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, maybe we'll do one and we'll record it, and it won't be quite live, but we'll still be talking together on Zoom.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, you never know. There's lots of ways that we can communicate with you. So we're still kind of like, what are we going to do?
We're still working out the details.
That's right. No, Dorothy, the PDFs will not disappear anytime soon.
Yeah.
And we have them actually very clearly put on our website. I have noticed that we actually now need to redo them
Okay.
because they're actually on as an add-on.
Okay.
So there's going to be some work doing
Yeah.
that, but hopefully at some point we'll know exactly where they're going to be. And my website name is always going to be victoriasampler.com, so you won't notice any difference. They will all be still available for you. We'll clean up the website gradually. But thank you for that asking. And looks like Victoria Sampler and Victoria Sampler channel are the same thing. Oh.
Okay.
Well, thanks, Kathleen.
Yeah.
That actually makes me laugh.
Okay.
I should be in touch with those people.
Yeah. Who's taking my name?
Oh, that's funny. Norma says finishing videos would be wonderful. There you go.
Yes.
And Loretta says, sounds great. Thank you. Because, we're just still groping in the dark as to how we're going to do it all.
Absolutely. And I've got to set up a studio, and so it's still kind of being worked out.
Yeah. I think you're going to do a wonderful job working things out in your home. And when you move, you just take it all with you.
That's true. Yes. I want a larger room. So.
Larger than you have now. That's
larger
good.
than my little, although I love my sewing room. My husband and I live in the house he grew up in. So my sewing room is what used to be his mother's meditation room. So it's a very nice room to be in and
small.
Be creative, but it's small.
It was great for meditating because there's only her in there.
That's right. But, with all my stuff, it's a little bit cramped in there with all my,
like
stash.
If all your stash was in another room and you just worked in that room, that wouldn't even be so bad.
That wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, and that's what he said, well, we're downsizing. You got to get rid of some of your stuff. And I said, I'm not getting rid of any of my stuff.
All his stuff is in the basement.
Yeah, he takes up the whole basement. Yeah. I have one small room.
Can you believe that? You've got to get rid of your stuff and he doesn't?
Oh, he's going to downsize as well. Okay. So, but I said, well, I can't get rid of, I need all my stuff and I need it in the room because I don't know when I'm going to be using something. He said, well, we could build you a shed outside and you can store. And then in the middle of the winter, if I go, oh my God, I need something, I have to run out to the shed in the rain and pull it into the house.
I hope you said, we're going to build you a shed. Yeah. It'll be a he shed, not a she shed.
He shed, that's right, exactly. So.
That's a good one. I love it. Bob is the nicest guy. Yeah. I'm just laughing because he loves his hobbies as much as Lisa loves hers. But they're always constantly, jiggling for space in their smaller house.
Yeah, that's right. But I mean, when someone takes up a whole basement for all their stuff and I only get a small little room.
Yeah, there's somebody not quality there.
It's a little out of whack and equal space. So.
Right. I'm snorting. It's so funny. So we have two things that I'm going to put up. This is part 3, I believe. Let's see. Yep. Section 5, part 3. So this is for October, and this is part 3, and it's not going to be that much more. As you can tell, it's the tree, and that's going to take time to stitch because it's going to be lazy daisy stitches, which I'm sure you all know how to do. I didn't actually make a lazy daisy diagram in here. Hopefully you'll be able to find one somewhere, either online or whatever. But these are all lazy daisy stitches in the tree. And of course there's the little chickadees and some butterflies. So that will kind of give a general idea of what this is going to look like. And there will be more in the next and last part of October.
God, hard to believe we're almost, mid-October already.
I know. It's so difficult.
Yeah.
Actually, if it's almost mid-October, that means it's like only 5 weeks till I go to Mazatlan. Uh-oh.
Yeah. There's lots of things we need to do before then.
I know.
Yeah.
Never mind, we have to agree on things too.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard. Love your chatter and laugh. Thank you, Patricia. We do have a good time. And we do actually talk like this almost all the time.
Almost all the time,
when we talk.
Yeah.
I mean, when we get down to working, we don't talk at all. And then all of a sudden we burst out into another half hour of chit-chat.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for saying that. And finally, we have a little auction item. And this is called Desert Garden. It's one of the Victorian Gardens series. And the reason I call these Victorian Gardens is because they're little and they all kind of have a similar layout, and they're the same
Yeah.
size. Again, these are a real series because they're all the same sizes. These would be really fun to see in one big piece because there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
What do you think? 12? There's a lot.
Yeah, I think there's 12. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. So
Mm.
this one actually is really cute because it's very deserty. You can
Mm.
see the adobe wall around the garden at the top with the cacti in there.
I like the little quail.
Little baby quail, well, the tall and the little baby quails also in between. And then this is actually a desert flower, which I can't remember the name of. And of course, you can see the coyote, and I think that's a kind of a lizard down below. And then there she is watering her desert garden very carefully with a hose. Couldn't think of another way. Like, I know you can drip water. You can drip water through but that didn't look nearly as good as her with the hose.
Exactly, yeah. It's hard to depict that, action.
That's right. So anyway, that's what this one looks like, and it's going to be on auction, including the Belpel hardware, which is ideal for these kinds of samplers. Okay, so I think that's about it for today. What do you think, Lisa?
I think so. I think it's time to get on with
the show.
With other things. There's a few things that need to be
Still
done
need to be
today.
done. We have to make more packs,
We
and
do.
we
Yeah.
have to send more out.
Exactly.
And we're just working like
Yeah.
crazy for you guys, making sure that we get out some more of those grab bags.
Absolutely.
And by the way, we think we can make some more grab bags, but we have to get through this batch first, and then
that's
we'll
right.
see how much we want to do more grab bags.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
if people are interested, we will definitely make a few more.
If we can make more, we will.
So meanwhile, I hope you have a lovely weekend, and
Yeah.
you do too.
I hope you do too.
Thank you. And both of us wishing you all of the best. And of
Mhm.
course, we'll see you next Friday
Yeah.
at 9:30. And I think it's still Pacific
Daylight
Daylight Time.
time. Yeah.
And so we'll see you next Friday.
Exactly.
Bye-bye.
Till then. Bye bye.